3, 2, 1. We're live. We're live again. Hello, hello, everybody. For those of you who've been waiting for us, sorry we are fashionably late a few minutes as usual. We are right on time at the wrong time. And just like Cyril, who is also late today, but if you guys are watching this for a while, you probably already got used to it. That's actually just his MO. All right, so for those of you who are watching us for this is your first time, oh, I've realized we don't have the screen is black. Of course, there's always something. There's always something, and
got the ticker tape working though at the top.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, that's excellent. Very well. All right.
There it is.
Okay, so now that's fixed. Okay, let's start this again. If it is, for those of you who are following us, and for those of you who are arriving at the first time or watching this for the first time, let me tell you a little bit about this campaign. It's a tale of intertwined destinies, where two parallel timelines, one where we had the original party, which was named the 9 o'clock Liches, and the second timeline where we have the alternative version of the party called the left-hand horrors. Both timelines have converged, creating a complex web of duplicated beings and overlapping events. Initially, when we started to tell this story with the 9 o'clock Liches, they are a group of six powerful Liches. One of them, the sixth one being Necrolumpa, they embarked on a quest to gather the fragments of a potent artifact known as the Rod of Seven Parts. And concurrently, I should say, in a timeline that was lagging just 10 minutes behind this one, there exists an alternative version of them in the multiverse called the Left-Hand Horrors, which the sixth member of that party, of their almost identical group, the sixth member was Drazov, not Necrolumpa. But they were pursuing the same mission. And it turns out that in each one of the timelines, Drazov was an apprentice of Vecna in one. Necrolumpa was an apprentice of Vecna in the alternative one. And when the two timelines converged, now we have Drazov and his evil twin, Dr. Azov, the original, and we have, I guess, normal Necrolumpa and evil Necrolumpa. Hey, the convergence of these timelines was inadvertently triggered by Vecna, the Lich god, who is becoming more and more of a powerful deity across the multiverse, and who, in a moment of frustration, wished that Necrolumpa would be his disciple instead of Drazov. Now, this careless wish, when it comes out of the mouth of a god, merged the two realities, leading to the coexistence of duplicate individuals and a shared story that was unbeknownst to our players until a few episodes ago, and they start to realize that they've been playing alternate versions of their characters. However, the perspective of the story and the angle from which we've told this story has shifted. Since episode 12, they were experiencing the journey through the eyes of their alternate selves. As the merged party navigate this new reality, they started to encounter various abnormalities, multiple versions of duplicate versions of their companions, altered personalities, and the unsettling realization that they were not the original versions of themselves, or maybe they were. Who knows? I guess that's a discussion that is completely endless. Despite the challenges that they are facing, they've pressed on and they've managed to mix and match the different members of the different parties and collect 5 pieces of the Rod of Seven Part. However, their progress was impeded by the knowledge that one of the remaining piece is inaccessible at the moment, is trapped within a maze alongside an alternate Volcar, making the completion of the second rod seemingly impossible. So yes, because there are two characters, there are two characters of each party. Let me show you guys a little visual. So, as you can see, we had the original timeline with the 9 o'clock liches and the left-hand horrors, and they've merged after episode 12, Wish from Vecna, and now all the timelines are running together, overlapping each other, both timelines, and you have here the duplicate copies of those members, and you will see that the members from the pink group, two of them have two pieces of the same rod, while the members of the left-hand horrors, three of them, the white group, they have three pieces of that rod. And together, all of them manage to complete 5 pieces of the same rod. Now they want Kaz, their competitor, or I should say, their competition in this race, to exchange the last 2 pieces of the rod that he has in exchange for 2 pieces of the rod that they have. They are hoping that they will give 1 piece that Necrolumpa has and another piece that they are yet to find of this rod, because this rod, as you can see, has the alternate version of Volcar, the patron, that the creature that put this party together. He is trapped in a maze with a piece of the second rod, which means this piece is irretrievable and this second rod cannot be completed. And yet, that maze was created by the Lady of Pain, one of the overgods in the D&D multiverse. And yes, it seems that the party's plan is heading towards giving Kaz 2 pieces of a rod he cannot complete in exchange for 2 pieces of the rod that they wish to complete. Kind of a bad deal, if you ask me. But hey, whatever works, guys. And a bad deal for Kaz. For you guys, a great deal. So it seems that. In a bold move, as many things are happening across the multiverse, Vecna has usurped the mantle of the Mother of Dragons, and now Tiamat is no more. In this reality, Tiamat never existed. Vecna is the mother and always was the Mother of Dragons. He was rewriting reality to position himself as the progenitor of dragonkind, as I guess you could say it's an audacious rebranding, as he has further complicated the adventurer's quest, and they must now contend with his expanding influence while seeking for the remaining fragments of the rod. He is also sending his trolls, his subordinates, including evil Necrolumpa and evil Drazov, to deal with this party and to try and prevent them from collecting all the pieces of the rod, or to take the rod to himself. Either way, without further ado, let's introduce our protagonists tonight. So, we have Midge, our diminutive yet powerful spellcaster. Midge's mastery of the natural world is, I guess, bellies with her small stature. She's quick and sharp with her tongue, which often lead people often lead the foes to underestimate her. A mistake that usually they very much regret. Midge, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Oh, you know, I'm kind of excited to be in a mortuary. If I'm being honest, all this death and decay, it's kind of like a briar patch. If you are familiar with that story, I'm like, no, please don't send me to the briar patch. Meanwhile, it's so comforting.
Very well, very well. And then we have Drazov, once an ambitious apprentice of Vecna. Well, that was in a different timeline. Drazov now seeks autonomy and power beyond his master shadow, and more importantly, he looks for a deep understanding of necromancy and the dark arts. And that's what fuels his pursuit, not for the Rod of Seven Parts, but his pursuit of what the Rod of Seven Parts can bring him, the Tome of Vile Darkness. And Drazov's obsession about this is actually what nagged Vecna into accidentally cast a wish. Drazov, say hello to your audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Yes, I am as always Shagratol, the unconscious, and I am having a marvelous time. In this place there is so much to study, so much to learn. Their techniques for preservation and dissection of bodies are just truly amazing. I am overwhelmed by just the sheer amount. I just hope we have time to stick around for a while and study everything.
Very well, very well. This is indeed, if you like experimentation and if you like necromancy, this is indeed the place to be. Currently, the party is in the mortuary of Sigil, where a faction called the Heralds of Dust, led by one of the oldest liches in the entire multiverse, takes care of all those who perish and in Sigil and transfer their spirit to the next step of the unlife. Yes, it's a great place to be if you like this sort of thing. It's like Disneyland for necromancers. And finally, we have Creek, our battled, hardened bard, who has a complex past. Creek's loyalties to his companions is the reason why he's searching for revenge against Vecna. His performatic prowess and tactical acumen are an invaluable asset to this party as well as his very catchy ballads that he always comes up with in order to inspire the party. Creek, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Hey guys, it's the Spirit King here. I'm ready to rock the undead. Granted, I just found the best new companion to join us, even though he lied to me. Morty here. Can't wait to get him out of here and can't wait to see what overpowered stuff he's going to do. Great ally, I gotta say. We're going to go on many adventures.
Very well, very well. And then we have Cyril, who one of his versions has been transformed by the vestige of the Evening Glory, the original Cyril, who is now a herald of eternal passion and eternal love. But the Cyril we have here with us tonight, or we might have or not, who knows? It's always a gamble with Cyril. He's a tragic and an awe-inspiring figure, as he has these melodramatic tendencies, and thanks to his to the loss of his wife and his search for revenge against Vecna in order to bring her back. And yes, he is a chronology wizard who knows a lot about time, and he's our Morgan Freeman exposition expert that explain all these shenanigans with time every time that there's a need to. All right, so let's hope he'll join us tonight, and let's talk a little bit about what happened in the previous session. After regrouping at the Sanctum in Sigil, now that the owners of the house are not around, they had a suspicion that one of the fragments of the rod was hidden in Sigil's mortuary, and the other fragment, the other tip that they have is that is in the Temple of the Mother of Dragons, the Temple of Vecna in Avernus. There, there is a vast circular structure, which is the Sigil's mortuary, that serves as the headquarters for the faction, the Heralds of Dust. They and this party decided to infiltrate the facility. To complicate matters, they had arranged with a meeting with Cars in 24 hours to negotiate the trade of the 2 pieces of the rod that they have for 2 pieces that they don't have, and vice versa. So they are hoping that they're going to give 2 unusable pieces of the rod to Kaz, which could bring them closer to their goal of having the 7, and finally be able to learn how they can use the rod to take down Vecna. However, looking for this in the mortuary is like looking for a needle in a haystack, because upon entering the mortuary, they started to navigate through the chambers and realize how big this place is. And they ended up finding in a place where the corpses were processed and prepared for their final rites, and some of them were sent to incineration. They would go through autopsy and preparation and all sorts of things, and even coughing measurement. So their presence, however, didn't go unnoticed. The Heralds of the Dust faction confronted them, leading to an inevitable clash. And during this confrontation, Creek encountered Morty, this floating skull that says that he's the floating skull of Vecna, but he seems to be lying about that. And it seems that he's claiming to be some sort of guide, and who's also trying to leave the mortuary as soon as possible. Creek, despite the fact that Morty's true intentions are dubious and he might be lying about a lot of things, Creek saw potential value in this unusual acquaintance. As the battle with the Heralds of the Dust intensify, the party starts to face the dual challenges of locating the fragment of the rod while preparing for the meeting with Kaz, and the stakes, I guess, are getting higher and higher as this campaign progresses. And with the fate of the multiverse, unfortunately, hanging in the balance, the very last thread of hope this multiverse has is that the selfish motivations and the self-serving motivations of this band of liches ends it up actually fixing the mess that Vecna started. Because, well, as you may have read in the description of this campaign, the heroes that were sent to do that failed miserably. And on that note, let me bring you guys back to the mortuary fun, where we stopped last time mid-combat. And we were back at the top of the initiative with Midge.
Mm-hmm.
Midge, what would you like to do?
Oh, goodness. Has this this mortician taken any damage? Do we know yet? Has anyone attacked him, or has he just arrived?
I tried to banish him, but it didn't work.
I haven't attacked him yet. I've been hiding.
Okay. All right, then. Midge will step forward 10 feet to here, and with her Staff of Withering, she'll go ahead and try and smack him upside the head.
Very well.
Nope, that's not what. Did that roll?
No, I think you're gonna have to right-click and do the thing.
Okay. A 17.
17 will hit.
Okay. For... Oh crap! I didn't use Shillelagh. Will you allow me to use my bonus? I don't think I've done it. Did I? Because I've already used a charge. How long does this Shillelagh last? I gotta look.
How long does Shillelagh lasts?
Oh, it lasts a minute. Okay.
It's a minute,
I forgot
yeah.
to cast
You
Shillelagh.
have it's
I forgot to cast Shillelagh. Okay, that's
Okay.
fine. Whatever. So I'll just have to remember to do that, and it's my own fault, and I should know better. So that is going to do 4 total damage plus necrotic because of my symbiotic entity.
so 4 points of boink damage.
Well, it's still magic damage. Yeah, it's still plus 1 point of necrotic. And I'll go ahead and use a charge to do an extra 2d10 necrotic.
Okay.
So that's an extra 12. And
Okay.
he needs to give me a DC 15 con save, please.
Okay. And that's against being poisoned.
This is the disadvantage on strength and constitution saving throws for an hour.
Very well. Very well.
Not letting me.
And they passed.
Okay. Can I use my inspiration to make them re-roll that, please?
Yes. And now they failed. It's a DC 15,
Okay.
you said, right?
15, yes.
Very
for
well.
some reason, it's not letting me click to use the charge, so I just have to remember and help me. I have 1 charge left on the Staff of Withering.
Okay.
It's not letting me... But yeah, he has disadvantage on strength and con saves for the next hour. So then I have a bonus action. So what I'll do is, with the mobile feat, I'll go ahead and move back away. Let's move. Let's move another 10 feet away over here. Just so my spores are still on top of him. And that'll be it. Now, question.
All right.
You have my. I don't think I've taken any damage. You have me at 197. I have 74 temporary hit points plus 203. So I should be at 277.
Okay. Are you in the right midge?
Yeah, I'm. This is not original midge. This is
Okay, alternative midge. All right.
This is the midge that I was playing up until like 2 sessions ago. Original midge is dead, right?
Original midge is, yeah. For all you can tell, she's
Okay.
dead. I mean, at least.
Okay, so
You know, right? You die for 10 days
Oh,
max.
I wasn't there. I wasn't
Yeah.
there for that session. But this is the midge that the character sheet I've been using most of the campaign. That's the one I'm on.
Very well. Very well.
Okay. All right. That completes my turn.
That is the right one. Okay. And with that,
You know, I've been confused with this campaign the entire time, so I am not embarrassed to admit it.
that's all right. That's all right. And with that, it's now the turn of the mortician, who had Creek behind him. And
So
and has
at the start of its turn, he needs to.
that's not the same
he takes-
mortician. It's not the one on the top.
Wait, what is my stealth? I have this.
Oh, it's a different one. Okay.
Yeah.
I got pass without trace on me right now.
Yes, you got a pass without a trace on you, and you were sneaking behind, so the mortician doesn't know you were there, so it will just come over here and attempt to attack Cyril. So it will release two attacks of necrotic surge on him, and there's a 15 and a 16 to hit. Both miss, and the mortician just takes cover again after doing those two attacks. And as a bonus action, it will make itself immaterial. There can only be one creek. What would you like to do?
I would like to Bardic Inspire Marty. Or is it Morty?
I think it's Morty.
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 As in Morty.
Short for mortician.
Really?
It's- No, it ends with an E. Morty.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Alright, and I'll say to Morty, I say, the fatal flaw in every plan is the assumption that you know more than your enemy. But I'm glad I have an ally like you who knows all of our enemies inside out. Isn't that right, Morty?
Yeah! Yeah, right! Yeah, Chief! Yeah! You're completely right!
I totally believe this guy. That's my bonus action. I'm gonna Bardic Inspire Morty to get a D12.
Very well.
I'm gonna sneak around the corner, and as I look, what do I see as I'm sneaking around?
You see the massive coffin right in front of you. So please roll a stealth check for us. I mean, only if you roll at this point. Only if you roll a
35.
very well. Yeah, the coffin doesn't notice you, and neither does the mortician.
I'm gonna hold an action. I'm gonna wait until the coffin goes down the hallway, because I'm thinking it's looking around. If it goes either this way or this way,
Okay.
I'm gonna hold a firebolt, and once this guy is out of my vicinity, I'm gonna throw a fireball at the mortician. So that's what I'm gonna do to hold my action.
Okay.
As
All
Creek
right.
is like right there around the corner, ready to throw fire, but trying to avoid that deadly contraption that looks like his strength cannot handle.
Very well. And okay, the animated coffin. That's the end of her turn, Creek.
Yeah, holding my fire
All right.
on the mortician.
Okay. And Drazov, what would you like to do?
Alright, so Drazov is gonna yell at the other mortician. Yes, you obnoxious creature. You vex me, so look over here for a moment. And then he makes a gesture like with his mouth like he's going to spit, but nothing comes out. Well, nothing comes out from him, but rather a stream of acid shoots out from the awakened or from the manifest mind directly behind the mortician, assuming that it looked at me, and sprays through him in a 30-foot line. There we go. Yeah, a 30-foot line of acid as per Cautious Caustic Brew, which he is testing at 3rd level.
Very well. And DC 21.
And that's a dex save.
It failed. and it's covered in acid, and you notice that this other mortician is it's hurting from the pain, and it looks at you and says,
You are confident. Irresponsible. You must follow. The next stage. Yes. It's Marcus.
You know, I think I would rather stay right here if it's all the same thing. I'm doing quite fine here. You, on the other hand, look like you need to the shuffling.
"Oh yes, very much." And
Oh, and I need a concentration marker, as Tasha's Caustic Brew has lingers.
very well. And on that note, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna use bonus action to move the manifest mind. Actually, just to right there. And since I should be able to see from the manifest mind perspective, can I get like a vision down that hallway?
Okay.
Or is that-
What is the range? Is 60 feet?
I think it's 120, but give me 1 second to double check.
All right.
But yeah, that is the end of my turn.
Very well. And with that, the other mortician is now going to get back to you guys. So the first thing he's gonna do is, Midge, I gotta do a save here.
Con 19 saving throw.
Con 19.
At disadvantage.
Nat 1.
All right.
How
Sweet.
much damage?
He's gonna take with symbiotic entity. Double damage, so he'll take 2d10. So 1 and 2. So just 4 damage.
Very well. All right. So this mortician, after taking damage from your poison, takes a few steps back. As a bonus action, he goes immaterial, and it
Mine's
then.
necrotic, if that makes a difference. It's not poison for the Halo spores.
Oh, okay. And then this creature casts Bane on all three of you. You gotta do a Charisma saving throw, DC 13, or you're gonna have to subtract a D4 every time you make an attack roll or a saving throw before this spell ends.
Yeah, now it's a 0 for Midge.
0 for Midge. That's
Yeah.
not very charismatic, Midge.
That was a nat 1. She's not very charismatic, you know that.
Anyone wants to
No,
roll for Cyril, or should I?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't want to be responsible for.
You don't want to be responsible. All right.
No.
He failed as well. Is
It's
this
14 for Drazol?
14? Drazov, you pass. You're the only one who passed. So Cyril and Midge, you take a D4 every time you decided you want to roll. You want to attack or do a saving throw. And that is the end of that mortician's turn. And the animated coffin didn't notice Creek, so he's gonna head towards Cyril. And you just hear that spider-like steps walking up the hallway. And then as it gets there, it jumps on top of Cyril. And Cyril gotta do as it jumps, It would attempt to grapple Cyril and entrap him for a 23. Which
Since I
will
can't
hit.
See the thing anymore. Can I fire my firebolt at the mortician?
Yes, let me just resolve this action first. So the creature, Midge, you're standing there. You look, do you have a line of sight? No, you don't.
No, I can't see anything. No.
Very well. Cyril is entrapped.
No, I can see the edge. No, I can see the edge. Well, I can now.
The animated coffin jumps on Cyril and entraps him inside. And he's restrained and he takes piercing damage, but this is not magical, so it won't make a difference to him. All right, so Cyril is restrained inside a coffin.
Hey.
Fun times. An animated coffin entrapped the powerful Chronergy Lich inside. Very well. And with that, that's the end of that coffin's turn, and it's now Cyril's turn. And he's blinded because the lid is closed. So he's blinded and restrained, and with that, what can Cyril do? What can Cyril do, guys?
Try and break out? Can he try and break out?
He can attempt to. His strength still -4.
Oh, does he? Is he
guy.
on wish stress?
Yes, he's still on a wish stress. And
okay.
and he has the grapple and the restraint condition, and blinded, and he's taking piercing damage at the start of his turn. Well, his clothes are, as in his massive armor. He's inside that. No, I cannot call that the lid is closing with that massive armor. So I'm gonna remove his blinded condition and put just grappled, and restrained. And with that, does he have Misty Step? I think that's the only way he'll get out of here. Because if he has to do a grapple check, we're gonna stay here. He's gonna stay here forever. Yes, he does have Misty Step, so he's gonna cast Misty Step as a bonus action. Very well, and he's just going to teleport 30 feet towards Midge. There you go. Very well. And he's no longer grappled or restrained, and now he can actually cast a proper spell. Let's see what fun things he can do. What we can do with his character while he's not here. Okay, let's make sure we burn a nice big spell slot. There you go. Disintegrate. That's always a fun spell. There you go. He cast Disintegrate on the coffin. All right. He casts Disintegrate on the animated coffin, and the animated coffin got to do a saving throw, Dex 19, or it's going to take 68 points of damage. And it failed. And the animated coffin that tried to bite Cyril immediately gets its payback as Cyril casts Disintegrate. The animated coffin is not agile enough to move away from the ray, and that little ray of death just crosses the room, and that's not a ray. That little ray of death just crosses the room and disintegrates the animated coffin into oblivion, and it's now just a pile of ashes on the ground. And with that, Cyril will just walk a little bit more towards Drazov. Just make sure he's using Midge as a mid shield. And on that note, Midge, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
So Midge will do a somersault and move up 10 feet.
With the somersault, yes.
Yeah, she's just gonna roll on the ground, like a little hedgehog.
Very well.
And she's going to start with using her reaction to have the spores reach out to the other mortician, which is a reaction.
Very well.
So he needs to do that same save, DC 19 con save at disadvantage.
Uh, 17. That's not enough.
So that fails. So 2d10 necrotic. 1 and 2. So that's 8 necrotic damage.
Very well.
And then Midge will. So we're just gonna do. She will. She 10 feet away. Yeah, she will point her finger and cast poison spray. So that
Very well.
is another con 19 save, please.
Very well. It failed.
Okay, so that's 4d12. Why did it not send the dice? There it is. Alright, 29 poison damage.
Very well. And in the creature, in the mortician, you can see that even though the creature is partially material, you can see that he's struggling to. He was already covered in acid, and now he's covered in poison, and it's struggling. It's struggling to keep itself from falling apart.
I forgot that he was immaterial. Let's do this. I can put it within 30 feet. So use. Okay, so Midge is going to point a finger and she is going to make a grasping vine as a bonus action grow right right like here as a bonus action.
Okay.
So and it's going to lash out at this guy. Or no, I'll just keep it there just in case he becomes incorporeal, because it can't grasp him. Am I correct?
Yeah.
You know what? Then I'm not going to do that. I just remembered he's incorporeal, so I won't do that.
All right.
Which then still leaves me my bonus action. I'll go ahead and do Shillelagh just in case on my
Very well.
staff, and that complete my turn. I'll keep him in my Halo of Spores.
Very well. And it's now the turn of the other mortician. Oh, Creek, I forgot to resolve your action. Please resolve your action.
What Creek will do is he goes, huzzah! As he just goes right there and throws a fireball at him. Pew! Like a finger gun.
A fireball or a firebolt?
Firebolt.
Very well. And that attack, a 27 would definitely hit. Roll damage.
Fastest hand in the West does 15 fire damage.
Very well. And as you just get that standoff, that old West standoff moment, you know. And you shoot him.
Uh,
He realizes you are there after being torched by your firebolt, and he turns around to return the favor, and he will attack you twice with his necrotic surge. And that's an 11 and a 17 to hit you.
17 hits.
That's 15 points of necrotic damage.
So halved.
Yes, so you take 8, and you gotta do a concentration check for us.
There goes my shadows.
Yep. And
mimic a cowboy on partner. You just made a big mistake.
and then he's going to rush all the way here. 30 feet. Oh boy, this is low today. And oh my. 30 feet, and it's going to, as a bonus action, it calls immaterial again. And Creek, what would you like to do?
Do I know if I can hit it if it's immaterial?
Well, you
I'll
have.
give it a shot.
It was immaterial just now when you shot fire at it. It just seems that it doesn't have the same level of burning that you would expect if the creature was not semi-transparent.
Does he think he's invisible from me?
I don't know. You can ask him.
Hey, where are you? You just turned ghosts.
And he turns and he looks at you and says,
There is no way you can not see me, Lich. I am an expert in the undead. I know what you are. I know that I have no chance. But all I have to do is to stall for time.
Oh, there you are. And I'm just gonna walk 30 feet right there. I can't see if that's 30 feet. Okay, yeah, there it is. I say, well, look. I don't want to kill your unlife here. I'm just looking for a card to get out. So, let's be nice. You know, I'm sure you don't want someone like me around here, as liches cause problems. Come on, let's be reasonable. Come on, just give me that card, all right? You know, you don't have to be like this. We can sort this out.
and you try to persuade this creature to give you the card, and it looks at you and says,
I would never betray the heralds of dust. This is my life now. I'm prepared to go to the next step.
All right, partner. Well, the next step is this bullet. Firebolt. Boom!
very well.
When did Creek become country? When did we get Country Creek? I'm curious when this manifested.
And
Yay.
Just the next step in his musical career.
you
He's going. I mean, if Beyonce can do it, Creek can do it, right?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Freak is
Hey.
rolling all country.
you
I'm
know
not the country king.
you know that he's a creative, and these creatives they just change every other second. They're very volatile. So Creek, you've burned him again. Roll the damage.
My partner's gonna feel, man, he's gonna feel that one in the morning. 22 points of the sun is shining.
Very well. And he looks at you also challenging. He still has, and you can see now that he has something on his neck, hanging from his neck, and you think his shirt is hiding. His shirt and his apron are hiding the card. And with that, Drazov, what would you like to do?
So Drazov is going to point his finger at the other mortician and open his mouth, and there's a sound like the ringing of great iron funeral bells, just bong, 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 as he there we go. Okay. Thank you. As he casts Toll the Dead, and necrotic energy washes over the other mortician.
Very well.
Deal with it.
And that other
Unless it
mortician,
passes a decent 21 wisdom save.
Tries to resist, but as you can see, its body now starts to become completely material, and he joins the realm of the death as he travels to the other side. And
Is he considered a humanoid legend?
yes, very much, yeah.
All right, then I will.
He's gone.
Not going anywhere. No, you're not going anywhere.
Okay.
I'm going to use fungal infestation.
Yes.
Oh wait, I already used my reaction. No,
Yep.
I used my reaction.
Yeah.
Crap. Okay, I can't do that. Damn it.
And Drazov, that's the end of. Well, the good news, Midge, is you don't have that D4 anymore that you have to subtract.
Okay.
So neither you or Cyril have that on top of you. And Drazov, what else would you like to do?
He's gonna move over to here. Oh, I know that guy's gone. He's no longer holding concentration on Caustic Brew. And say to the others, has anyone seen? Oh, there he is. He's down the hall.
He's down there.
What does Creek up to?
Oh no, he's talking
shooting,
like a cowboy.
he seems to be shooting fire at something. We should probably go see what that's about.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that's gonna be his turn.
And
Well, I guess he'll use the rest of his movement to start heading down that way. Oh, and a bonus action to move the manifest mind 30 feet. Yeah, there we go. All right, that'll be the rest of his turn.
very well, very well. And it's now Cyril's turn. And well, can Cyril arrive anywhere with 20 speed? He's going to have to run all the way over to Midge, 20, and then bonus action 30 feet, Misty Step all the way here. There you go. Oh my god, my monitor is so slow. All right, and with that, does he have a line of sight? I actually have to see through his token. No, he does not. He does not have a line of sight to the mortician. And the only thing he can do now is to move another 20 feet as a dash action. There you go. And that's the end of his turn. Midge, what would you like to do?
She will move 30 feet, 40 feet, which takes her to that square right there.
Very well.
And she can see it.
I gotta say, Midge, you're small, but you run fast.
Yeah. Those little legs.
Those little legs. Very well.
It's that mushroom diet. Let's see. He is within 40 feet. So let's take a look. What can I do? Within 40 feet. Let's do chill touch.
Okay.
Which is a plus 11 to hit.
You don't have advantage, so that's a 13.
I don't. Yeah.
And
yeah,
And
that will miss.
no, we will not.
It will miss?
No,
It'll
it hits.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I did not expect that. Then that will be here.
Very well.
18 necrotic.
Very well, and it hits the mortician, and you can see that it's part of its arm start to disintegrate and joins the ethereal, and now he doesn't have one of its arms. It only has the other arm, as it's partially still semi-transparent, partially material. But it seems that the parts of the body that you are destroying are just making the travel to the other side. And is that the end of her turn, Midge?
Nope. So then she's gonna hurl her spores 30 feet away. So that'll go to like right there.
Okay.
And it's a 10-foot cube that she would like to, if possible.
Yeah.
Make it like that so that he's in the cube.
Very well.
And that will be my... Oh, 10 foot. Sorry. Nope. That'll be... She'll do it so that it just gets the edge of him like that. There we go. So
Okay.
her spores are right there as her bonus action. And then as her reaction, she will have him make the con 19 save.
And it passed.
Okay. Well, the spores are still there.
Very well.
And that'll complete my turn. And they're no longer around her. So
Yeah.
you can get rid of those.
Very well. And it's now the turn of the mortician.
I think he has to make that save again. Now at the
Yeah.
beginning of his turn.
And it fails now. How much damage?
Alright, so 2d10 necrotic.
Yeah.
Let me roll that. 1 and 2. 17.
Yes.
Necrotic.
And just like you did to part of his body now you've made that entire body of that mortician disappear. However, Midge, that becomes a logistical nightmare for you guys, because with the entire body of the mortician disappearing, Creek, the card you had seen, it's his chest, goes with him.
But Midge didn't know that he had the card.
Yes, correct. But Creek knows, and
So
Creek, you're just like,
yeah,
oh, that was the card.
Yeah,
And-
I couldn't roleplay that.
Oh well, partner. Death got him again, but we will chase his soul for that card.
And and now you're out of initiative as all the creatures that were here. That creature, however, did say it just had to buy time while it was fighting you, Creek. So you expect there's more fun coming.
Morty, where are you?
Did you feel my power? I was dampening the enemies. They were weaker thanks to my powerful spell.
Yeah, I was wondering why my fire could hit that ghost.
Oh, yes. I was dampening their powers, and it made them all weak so that you could hit them harder.
Oh, well, Morty.
Sorry.
I said, Morty, come meet the others. Guys, I found such a great, helpful ally. He's going to help us get out of here. At first, he said he was a Vecna's skull, which I was going to destroy him, but he said he was playing a joke. Meet Morty, everyone.
Now,
Wow,
is this-
look at you guys. You're almost, you're not many years away from my state.
Big question, Legend.
Yeah.
Is this Morty that I met at the beginning of the?
Yes. Yes, it is him.
Can I roll to see if I remember him?
Yes.
Like an intelligence or history? Which would you like?
Roll an intelligence to
Okay.
access your memory from when you were alive. A lot happened since then.
Yeah. 20.
Yeah, Midge, you recognize him. He doesn't recognize you.
Okay.
He was the one who greeted you when you woke up in this
I
mortuary the last time.
Yeah. Yeah. So two things. First of all, just technically, I'm pulling my halo spores back to me, so
Okay.
that aura is still there. It lasts for 10 minutes, so I don't know. Keep track of that however you need to. And Midge will look at Creek.
Yeah! I've met him before! You little bastard!
Hey! You better not offend me! I have no idea who you are! And I never forget a face!
I woke up one day on a steel slab, and you were the first thing I saw.
Well, I meet many people like that. I'm trapped in this mortuary for I don't know how long. And I've been trying to find a place out. And it's so many rooms in this place, and they never give me a card to get out of here. So yeah, I'm a very famous person. You might have known me in the past, but I have no idea who you are.
I'm watching you. Always watching.
Hey, Chief, I'm watching you. You look a little bit strange to me, I must say. But now that I'm looking at you, maybe you were a little bit more alive the last time I saw you.
I sure was.
Hey, then we are old friends.
You know this wonderful person, Mitch?
We need to look up your definition of person and your
Sorry.
definition of wonderful.
This dreadful skull. I forget that's a compliment in delivery.
Midge, that's your name. Oh, yes, Creek. We go way back, me and Midge. Yeah, I know her since when she was still alive.
Were you
Well,
alive
can you help
too?
us out?
I already did. Didn't you realize you defeated all those enemies thanks to my dampening powers?
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Well, my insight was low from before, so I'm believing Morty.
I'd also like to make an insight check.
Very well.
Nat 20.
Midge,
Nat 1.
He's full of
Drazov,
shit.
this guy's so powerful, Drazov. You never saw. He's probably the most powerful demi-lich you ever saw. Midge, this guy's full of shit. You have no idea. I mean, you can see. I mean, you heard that before. He told you he was the skull of Vecna, and he was going to melt all of you with his eye rays and whatnot. And he's just
Yeah.
full of shit.
All right, I'm just gonna keep it to myself though. So I'm gonna let these guys keep believing, and I'll just keep it to myself.
Drazov, this guy's the real deal. He's the real deal.
Come on, guys,
Yes,
just like
we-
Landro. Can we bring him along, please? I want to bring him along. He'll be great.
Hey, if you don't bring me along, there's no way you're gonna survive this thing. I'm the only one who knows the place.
Drazov is going to telepathically send to Midge and Creek. Yes, I agree. We should follow his lead. I do not think we want to be angering this one.
Just for fun, Midge is going to oblige. She's not going to. As I said, she's just gonna keep it to herself.
Now, first things first. Now that I have all of you working for me, and I'm the real leader here, I gotta tell you what to do. So I'm gonna give everybody a little task. First things first, we gotta find a card to pass through that door. You just destroy a bloody card. So try not to kill these guys when they are in material. They just make the rest of the travel. We gotta find a card. There's gotta be one somewhere here. Please look around. And, Mitch, you look over there. Cyril... is that the Cyril you told me about? Yes. The scorpion guy. You look over there. And the flaming skull guy. You look over there. And Creek, you and I will look over here.
Sounds
Guys
like
all
a great
proud.
plan.
So here's the funny thing. He can't point. So how do we know which direction? Where
He's
telling
just
him to go?
looking and making a nod with his chin like this, like
Okay.
he's just
All right.
as if he had a nose and was trying to point with the nose.
Okay. I was like imagining him just standing there. You go there. You go there, and we have no idea which direction.
And he's just looking and trying to point with his imaginary nose.
Okay. So, where did you point for us to go?
Yeah, I didn't see any indicators on the map.
Yeah.
Hey guys, just go to random places because you don't really know exactly.
Okay. All right. So.
Delzop is gonna head this way.
Just, I guess, pick one and go.
So you told us about the door, but I don't know that we've actually discovered it, have we?
Yes, you've passed in front of it. There's a
Okay.
door there to the south.
right.
You've passed in front of it a
Midge
couple
is-
of times.
All right. Midge is gonna look around here.
All right. And you guys can roll perception checks. And
Let's see. I guess I'll go back the way I came and look.
No. I'm assuming nothing. There was like an office or something this way. So Mitch
Yeah.
is going to with their little feet. She's gonna go take a look this way.
very well.
Here's where the chute was. So this guy was up here. Midge is gonna take a look inside here.
Very well. And Midge, roll a perception as you enter that place.
Okay.
Creek, you can roll perception as well, but you don't find anything there, Creek, with that perception check you rolled before. Drazov, you don't find anything because you're too distracted admiring the nice work in the bodies. The
Yeah, I
nice
was just gonna
dissections.
say, if memory serves, this is where he got real excited about the work going on here. So
Yeah.
I think he's just gonna make an investigation check. Not even interested in looking for the card. He's just studying the.
He's just want
the
to learn. Very well.
He's got out a book and his quill, and he's just making notes.
Very well. Very well. And Midge, how much did you roll for your perception there?
19.
19. Very well. Midge, hidden on a table full of all sorts of instruments, you find a card. You find
Okay.
a card.
Is there anything else of interest within the instruments that Midge might be interested in?
Well, they may work as scalpels and daggers and scissors and all this kind of stuff if you are interested in.
Midge started with the scalpel. Is there any embalming fluid? Because she uses that to make things with.
There's no embalming fluid here.
No embalming fluid.
No.
Okay. Has she seen any embalming fluid around
No.
when we've been in here?
Not
Okay.
in this place, no.
All right. So Midge is going to walk out to Drazov.
I found a card. I don't know if it's the card.
What's this card you were talking about?
I don't know what you just said, bud.
Sorry. What card are you talking about?
The card for us to get through the door and get out of this shithole.
There's a wait. What? I don't understand what you are. We are here to study, yes?
No,
No.
we're here to get another piece of the rod from.
Do I know it's Facto
yes.
Skull? Do I know that
Yes.
it's Facto Skull? Legend?
Well, you don't know if Facto Skull has the piece of the rod with him. You know that he's the leader here, and there's a rumor that there's a piece of the rod here.
Okay. All right. So
We're here to try and find another piece of the rod.
Oh yes, the rod for the thing and whatnot. Yes, just give me a moment. Let me finish up my notes here, and I will help you with whatever that was.
all right.
And
Seeing she'll relay.
Quick! I found a card.
Excellent, excellent. Morty and I are on the way.
Great
Excellent
job,
idea.
Midge. I'm gonna give you a promotion. You're now my bottom lich.
He's a funny one. I like him.
Midge is gonna cast infestation on him.
and he doesn't.
Freak is gonna counterspell that.
Hey!
He doesn't have any hair for you to cast bugs on. Come on, Mitch.
Doesn't matter. I still want to cast. I still want to put bugs on his head.
All right. I'll let you put bugs, as I need to roll 3d10 of necrotic for the counterspell.
Yes, very much.
Oh my gosh, that was a lot.
And he needs to give me a con 19 save for infestation.
And
he has bardic inspiration. Sweet.
and let's see if he passes. He might have a great con. You never know.
I don't know.
He's very powerful. Con 19, you said? Let me roll the bardic inspiration.
Oh god.
Nope, he failed. And
Alright,
and as you cast all the what? Sorry, what did you say about the inspiration? He keeps it.
Until it
Yeah.
passes.
It seems that you cast infestation on him, and that gives him 19 points of poison damage.
As a bunch of fleas just start crawling
And-
all over, or ants start crawling all over his skull.
And he completely ignores it. He just feels like he doesn't even feel. And as they're crawling out of his mouth and out of his eyes and going inside the skull, and he just goes like,
I must look much prettier now.
Midge is,
Absolutely, that's a great improvement.
Good job, Midge.
and
Well, Creek, since you were the one looking for the card, the pleasure's all yours.
and she'll hand him the card.
very well.
Thanks, as Creek groans from that counterspell. Thanks, Mitch.
How many points did you take? How many points of damage?
27 out of 3d10.
Wow. All right.
Oh my gosh.
I
Almost
I
max
always roll
damage.
high. I am always rolling high for my necrotic damage.
Very well.
3-9.
And well, you can try and use the card on the door.
Has it been less than 24 hours since you cast Wish?
No, I still have like a day left.
No, but the
Nah,
necrotic
but
damage only lasts
necrotic
the first
damage is
24 hours.
Only the first 24 hours.
Wait. So that means while I'm under wish stress, I can now cast spells without necrotic damage?
Yes, the stress lasts for the days for your strength, but until you take a long rest, you take damage of. Did you take a long rest?
I've taken a long rest before.
Okay, so you get your 27 hit points back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I did not know that. Thank you.
All right.
191. Not. Oh, you applied extra damage to me. That's why. Okay.
All right. 20. You took 27, right? So you are at 164. All right.
No, I should be at 194. I applied the damage before to myself.
Oh, okay. Very well. And with that, as you check the card on the door, you suddenly hear as the door opens, and the door opens, leading you to a stairway that heads upwards and outside. Let me take you guys there. Actually, before I take you guys there, I think it's a good timing while you're climbing those stairs for us to play Who's That Demon Lord? Yay! While we take a quick 10-15 minutes bio break, everybody, and we'll be right back. All right, is everybody back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Very well, very well. Are you guys following the breaking news in our ticker there on the top? So for those of you who've been following us, we added a little ticker there just to, keep you up to date with the latest things happening in this campaign in the multiverse. All right. So have you guys figured out who is the Demon Lord?
Not gonna lie, I don't know. It looks like a Pokemon.
This is a deep cut, guys. I have to say.
Gonna guess it's a legally safe or legally distinct knockoff of Swamp Thing by the silhouette.
Yeah, probably, yeah. So this one is a deep cut. This one is Elthab. Thank you. Finally. All right. Elthab was the demon lord known as the Lord of the Hidden Lair. He's a 15-foot tall humanoid with the head of a canine-like creature. Yes, that is a... Are those horn fakes? Are those prosthetic horns? Probably, yeah. His body sported numerous antlers and horns, and his body was covered with bone dark red plates. He had slitted yellow glowing eyes. Elthab has ruled one of the layers of the abyss known as the Hidden Lair. It was a vast wasteland of boulders and fissures constantly beset with intense electrical storms. And yes, he's he was once a very prominent demon lord. Not anymore though. Not anymore. Sometimes that happens in a place where competition is very, very intense. And he went from summit to plummet. And then note, let me get you guys back into the fun of the mortuary as you reach the top of the stairs, only to find yourselves in a vast and complete new place. Sorry guys, I'm having a lot of lag on my screen for whatever reason. So let me bring you guys back there. And can you see the map?
I can.
Yeah, just trying to find where our characters are.
Very well.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Got it. Found it.
All right. So you guys are on the bottom left. You just got out, and for whatever reason, dynamic lighting was off. Thanks, Roll20. And and you saw more than you should have seen. Doesn't matter. You would expect this place to have people in it. Yep. All right. So, as you reach the top of the stairs, ahead of you, you find what seems to be the main building. And those suspended pathways that you saw from the outside that connects buildings seem to be connecting this suspended little hub that you are into the main central hub. Through these suspended pathways, the suspended bridges up in the air. Right now, you are inside of this dome-like shape thing. You are seeing through the transparent roof, in a way. There is a lot of statues here of what seems to be old and prominent members of the Heralds of Dust. There's sarcophagi and there are funeral urns on every side. And when you were coming down the stairs, you've noticed that there was some movement in this room, but whoever was here didn't notice when you arrived. And Mortis says,
Yes, I've been here. This place is like a nightmare of a labyrinth. It's called a Path of Graves. It's a hub of portals that lead to all sorts of morbid sights across the plains. But for whatever reason, I never managed to pass through the portals myself when I tried to get out of here. So apparently you gotta be some sort of a herald of dust to pass through it, or maybe you need a card as well. Anyway, it seems that this is where they have a bunch of portals that reach distant sites where they, like burial sites, where they bury people and others, or they send them to the plane of elemental fire to cremate those of us who are fire resistance, including myself, of course. I'm resistant to everything because I'm super powerful. And yes, of course, they use this to reach, but it connects. This is like the central building. It connects to all sorts of holes inside this place. So if you are looking for whatever it is that you're looking for, I guess it might be inside there, or it might be in one of these other little hubs.
and as he's saying there, he's pointing through the door through a hub that you can see southeast of you. You can barely see because of the fog. Anyway, what would you guys like to do now?
Well, Morty, I think that you should probably lead the way. Being as you are the most powerful of us, and you seem to know your way around here.
You're right. You said you'd lead us, so leadership set a good example.
Okay. I feel like I should be giving you guys something to do. So here's how it's going to work. Cyril, you take care of our back. You stay here. You're too slow in that big clunky armor. You're gonna make too much noise, and you're gonna attract attention. Now, the most stealthy one, Creek, you and I are gonna go ahead. And then, following us, Major Drazer, flip a coin. And then the other one comes. And then once the coast is clear, we bring the chunk guy with his big armor. How about that, huh?
Yeah, no complaints on that.
I got tails.
I got tails. Very well. What did you call?
I did not call anything. I simply flipped.
Well, that's you gotta call for a side. I guess if you got tails, then you come second.
That is my thinking.
Very well.
Midge, you lead. Yeah, you go on.
And the moment you reach that passage, he just turns to you and says,
Wait! There's a Death Knight over there. He might see us. There's no very much place to cover here, and he's coming straight at us. Fucking patrol. What do you guys want to do? I tell you what. I'll dampen his powers with my powerful mind, and you guys attack, all right?
Can I recall that pass back trace?
sure.
If he's gonna dampen his powers, I totally believe that. I don't need to cast spells.
Very well. And he's like,
Death Knight's powers are being dampened. Now is your chance. Go, guys. Get a jump on him before he realizes you're here.
Okay, immediately as I realize that Morty has dampened that Death Knight, and I believe it, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna use my trusty firebolt.
and very well, very well. And as you pull your trusty firebolt, pull as well your initiative.
I'll show you why I'm the fastest hand of the West. You didn't see that skeleton hand come from anywhere.
Oh shoot, that 16 was supposed to be for Jazzoff. I just had the wrong token selected.
Very well, very well.
Legend, do you mind that I have the auto advantage, or do you want me to turn that off?
We just look at the roll on the left. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. So you see that Death Knight coming towards you, and the creature sees you. You see it, and Midge, Drazov, just roll initiative.
I did. I got a 17.
No, Drazov. I don't have Drazov. I have
yeah,
his.
sorry.
I have your manifest
Like I
minder.
said, that was for Drazov. I just had the wrong token selected.
Very
You
well.
want me to re-roll it or?
No, that's fine. I fix it there. All right. So with that, Creek, go ahead. You rolled your attack. A 23 will hit.
Oh no!
Yes.
That was my initiative.
Oh, okay. Roll your attack.
Oh, you want me to roll my firebolt before my initiative?
You either way is fine. Just roll your firebolt.
Oh,
You are
high
first one.
ground.
You are first one in the initiative. Go ahead.
All right. I will throw it. All of a sudden, see pachow. Just a 26 hit.
Yes.
It hits him right between the chests, and he feels the burn of 14 fire damage.
Wow. And you see the Death Knight looking with his glowing eyes straight at you. And it doesn't seem bothered by that at all. And he tells you,
You are out of your coffin. Return to your coffin, corpse.
And I whisper to Morty, run, and I'll say, all right, no, and I'll run 30 feet.
and Morty says,
You're making it hard for me to dampen his power. Come on, Creek. You shoot harder.
I need a little distance on this one. I already shot him, but it looks like it's going to take more than one firebolt to the chest. Maybe two.
"Baby 2, very well." And is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that ends my turn.
Very well. And with that, Midge, what would you like to do?
Let's see. She will. How far can she go? She's gonna go 10. $40. Oops, how far is it from there to there? 38. So she'll do the 40. She'll go here. And let's see, that right next to the lamp.
Very well.
So she'll come up here. And she will cast. Let's do Light. Nope, I need 30 feet. Damn it, I don't have 30 feet. What can go 60 feet? 90 feet. Let's just do confusion. That's always fun. She'll cast confusion.
All right.
At 4th level.
Okay.
So that's a wisdom 19 save, please.
It passed.
Did.
Yep.
I will use my inspiration to have him re-roll that, please.
It passed again.
Oh, damn. Okay, as a bonus action, she will do... she'll just do Shillelagh on her staff.
Very well.
And, I guess she'll just get ready for, what's to come. Because that's bonus action, and movement. That'll complete my turn.
Excellent. Drazov, what would you like to do?
First, can I make an either Arcana or maybe Insight check to see what I can figure out about this thing?
Yeah,
looking at it
absolutely.
or from-
I mean, this is a Death Knight. This is Undead School 101, guys. When you went to college, you know what a Death Knight is.
Okay.
When a paladin falls from grace, it dies without seeking atonement. Dark powers can transform the once mortal knight into a hateful undead creature. The Death Knight is a skeleton warrior clad in fearsome plate armor. Beneath its helmet, one can see the knight's skull with malevolent pinpoints of light burning in its eye sockets. So it's kind of like a paladin lich. Aww. And it has all sorts of eldritch powers, and it's an undead just like you guys. Fun times. Undead versus undead. Unbelievable.
Fantastic.
Oh, and he can summon hellfire on you. Good luck with that.
Fun.
So for those of you who don't know the difference between fire and hellfire, hellfire gives necrotic damage and fire damage.
Okay, so as a bonus action, he's going to move the Manifest Mind to right there. And... oh, sorry, there. And... where was that? Just had it pulled up. Nope, not that one. Oh, sorry, 1 second.
Very well.
Accidentally scrolled and lost what I was looking at. With 60 feet. Sorry. Oh, yeah. There we go. And he's going to cast Disintegrate from the point of the Manifest Mind.
Excellent.
It's a DC 21 Dex save. A wave of force just shoots out from the like floating spectral bolt.
And passing through mage as well?
It's single target, isn't it?
Yes, but mage is on the way.
Yeah, well, it goes over her head because she's very short and it's floating.
Okay. Duck, mage, duck!
Yes.
What?
I'm going to send a telepathic message as he's casting this. You might want to get down.
And it passed! It passed the save. Unbelievable. All right.
That was my bright idea.
Well, maybe
he
the
sends a
fact that you
telepathic
told
message.
Mitch to duck kind of tip off the Death Knight, and he just dodged it out of the way.
Well, he said that telepathically, so the Death Knight shouldn't have heard that.
Oh, maybe he saw Midge's body language, and he saw something was coming out of that book. And
And he telepathically sends the rest of the party. That was my bright idea. Hey Morty, do you have any suggestions for this?
and Morty says,
My suggestion is let me focus. I'm gonna dampen his power. Throw all you guys have on him, and then let's get the hell out of here. Let's go, Chief. Move your ass.
and Drazov, is that the end of your turn?
He's for his move action. He's gonna move down to here.
Very well. And and the Death Knight finds it particularly fun that you have the fire here, and it tells you the firehead and says,
Cool. It's there when you have everything in flames. I really like it. I'm checking it. That's really cool.
Oh, thank you so much.
You can go back to your coffins again. Because, we can't just have the corpses wandering around the mortuary, so I'm going to ask you guys to return safely to your coffins. Cool. Can you guys do that?
Can I make a performance check, or perhaps a dissuasion check, or a deception check, to see if I can convince him that we're going to do that?
sure.
Would that be performance or deception?
Deception.
All right. I'm so glad you. Oh wow, this is going to go really badly. I'm so glad you appreciate my style. It's so infrequent that I get such compliments. And yes, you are absolutely right. We were just we just got a little bit lost. All right, guys, you heard him. Let us all get back to our coffins. You heard him. Let us be going now.
I really believe in you. I'm sorry, mate. But I have to make sure I put you in your coffin.
And-
Drazov, where's your Lich inspiration for that?
And as a bonus action, he looks at Midge and he casts Compel Duel on you, Midge. So you gotta do a Wisdom 19 saving throw, or you're gonna have to fight him.
Wanna fight you?
And he looks at you and tries to compel duel and says, "Ugh." And you can see that the little flames of his eyes just did an eye roll as he misses that, and he's like,
I should know better than casting that low-level spell on a lich. Alright, I guess I'll have to do better than this.
and then he casts Hellfire Orb, and that's not a spell actually; it's a native thing. And in this area here, 20 feet, as he center right there to catch all of you, he releases
40.
a Hellfire Orb. Oh yeah, unfortunately. And he catches all three of you, and all three of you gotta do a Dex 18 saving throw to avoid. Oh wow, 70 points of fire and necrotic damage, 35 each.
I'm guessing you with that bardic inspiration, Morty doesn't have a chance.
Morty doesn't have a chance.
How could you do this to me, Legend? I thought he was overpowered.
What was the DC on that?
It was 18, so you've passed.
Alright.
You take 35 points, so you take 18 points of fire, 18 points of necrotic. You resistant to both?
Yeah, I've got resistance to both of those. So.
Okay, so you take 18 altogether. And Midge, you failed. You take 70 points of fire,
So I'll
and well, fire you're not resistant, so it's 35.
Yep.
You are. Oh yes. Oh yes. You guys did that wish. Okay, so in that case you take 35 both necrotic and fire because you're
Altogether,
resistant to both. Altogether 35. As the fireball explodes, and the Death Knight looks at all of you and sees that you're still standing, and you see his eye roll again, and he just goes.
You have to do this the hard way, don't you? Can't you just be nice? Okay.
And suddenly you just see him making a very loud whistle noise, and you just hear this very very loud scream, and which is
Ready?
was not yeah, was not exactly. It looks more like a scream than a whistle. And as he does that,
The tea is ready.
the tea is ready. Yeah, because it looks more. But yeah, as he does that, you realize that there are more creatures coming your way now, and let me add them to the initiative as there's some extra heralds of the dust that will come join the fun.
And what about Morty?
Oh yes, Drazov, 1 second Morty was there. The next, all you see is nothing, and you as well, Creek. It's like, oh no, he's gone. Now who is gonna dampen this guy's power? And it's, you know,
Morty.
maybe he
Morty.
teleported somewhere, Creek. Drazov, he didn't teleport anywhere. You can see the charcoal, the embers still on the ground of the destroyed bones. Yeah, Morty was just too beautiful for this world, Creek.
It seems, and I'm sending this telepathically to the party. It seems that we have lost our ace in the hole, so to speak, and I think it might be a wise time to make a tactical retreat.
And that's the end of the Death's Knight turn. Creek, what would you like to do?
Oh, Creek is pissed. He looks right at this Death Knight. Goes over. Is there any remains of Morty?
There is.
There are some ashes.
There's some ashes. Yes.
Would I be able to ascertain this is Morty?
Yes, you definitely ascertained that that's Morty.
Creek, pissed off at his mind, he uses his actor feat and he just goes into the most intimidating voice he has heard in his life. And all of a sudden, all of you hear in the deep voice,
You're gonna pay for this. How dare you kill my friend Morty, the ultimate Lich. Now you shall feel the ultimate pain. And I take out the scroll of comment. And I'm gonna read, from the stars of where Morty's bright power may shine, may he smite this Death Knight. Fall in this legendary skull, all of his enemies will know. May the shining star of Morty bless us all.
Very well. Craig, can you please put the scroll, the description of the scroll right there? Very well. That's a 500-foot radius crater on the site of impact. So let's just measure. Let me just make a quick measure here. I'm gonna zoom out of the map.
Oh my god.
Just to show you the amount of. So you are centering on him, right?
No, I'm trying to like what's it called? Get it where it ends.
So
like,
500-foot
there.
radius. There is nothing of this building that it's not going to be captured. This is 500-foot radius. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't go further.
500-foot radius. There is absolutely nothing. You're gonna have to destroy other buildings because you are in a very heavily populated
God.
area.
The Lady of Pain is
You're
not
gonna-
gonna be happy.
And you're gonna have to. All right. And you summon your scroll of comet. And as you do that,
Did you just do?
and as you do that with your scroll of comet in the middle of Sigil, you draw, of course, the unwanted attention of an overgod.
40.
Alright, guys, so I guess we spend the rest of the session rolling new characters.
And where is?
Oh my god.
Give me a second.
Well, guys, I just got the CEO's attention. I did not think about.
Oh yeah, you definitely got the CEO's attention. I guess that's definitely a good comparison.
I didn't think this through.
All right. And
Yeah. Gazolf is gonna have fun explaining that to her when she gets here and all the rest of you are gone. Because Gazolf is gonna be fine.
It depends how much force damage I roll. Do you want me to roll that 30d10 legend?
30d10. The spell's not gonna go through.
Okay.
You are just being counterspelled by an overgod.
Well,
Now,
okay.
I wish I could tell you that is how can I say a good thing. I mean that you didn't just created a 1 mile hole in the city of Sigil by making a comet hit the city, but unfortunately the Lady of Pain is not known to be a merciful creature. She takes any threat to her city particularly serious. Let me bring an image of her here. Where is it? As suddenly you guys feel a pressure in the air. As you look up expecting the comet to appear, you find yourselves in a dark place. You lose sight of your surroundings, and around you, it's only all you feel is the presence of something that is truly powerful, truly divine, so divine that makes you feel that moving your arms and your bones is something incredibly difficult to do. It's just her presence is so overwhelming, and and suddenly shattering through the darkness, you find yourselves, as you look around, in this little shall we say, floating in the air. Let me put it here. Let me bring you there. Let me give you all a quick view of the Lady of Pain.
As a player, I'm fully aware of what she looks like.
As a player, I'm somewhat aware. I'm also terrified of my actions.
Very well.
Mitch is gonna.
I don't know this guy. I have nothing to do with him.
I'm just like Morty's loss. And
Morty, I gotta say, Morty's the lucky one.
Mitch is like, I should have told him that he was full of shit.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. All right. Let's do this.
He was not reassuring me, Legend.
All right. Let me bring you guys to the site of the lady herself. As if shattering through the darkness, as if the darkness was made of glass. The air seems to shreds apart, not with sound, because now around you, and let me pause this. Around you, all you feel is the heavy weight of darkness, and as you see yourself in front of the lady herself, you see her image standing, floating in front of you, mid-air. As you look to your bones and to your skin, whatever skin you have left, you have the sensation that blisters are forming all over your body. It's not sound that creates the silence, but pure force. It's almost the shadows here stretch unnaturally, bowing in reverence to something much greater, something incomprehensible. The pressure builds not against flesh, but against your very concept of selves. As if the multiverse itself was now holding its breath to her presence. She's not stepping, she's floating in front of you. The shattering glass of the darkness surrounding you, as if you're looking through a window, as she's standing outside the window and you are in this dark room. She's simply present, and as if she always had been. It's almost as if reality around you doesn't acknowledge her, and as you, this towering figure, draped in robes that shimmer between void black and the cold, lifeless silver of seagull blades of her mask. Behind her, you can still see the city, but around you, all there is darkness. Even with your true sights and whatnot, you can't see beyond that. And it's like a halo of impossibility that orbits her. And you cannot feel pain in her presence, because to feel is to exist. And the Lady of Pain does not acknowledge your existence anymore. The air strings with razor-thin cuts across reality itself, slicing away meaning, identity, history, everything you know about yourselves. For the briefest of moments, Sigil itself seems to shrink, pulling inwards as as you see fear taking over yourselves. The voice not spoken, not heard, not telepathy, but you know. There's no need to elaborate, no plea, no malice. All you hear in every molecule of your body is the word leave. And just like that, what follows her is darkness. Pure darkness. You are in this place where you look around and all you can see are yourselves as is suspended in oblivion, in a limbo, if you may. And yes, it seems that all your characters can already realize what is happening now. But I'll give you guys some time to, discuss with yourselves what just happened. Because while you are in this oblivion, you have a few moments to discuss with Creek and to thank him for the favor.
Or an eternity.
Is it really a few moments?
Well, there was an euphemism.
Oh, okay.
We are stuck here, guys. We're done. That's it. That's it.
There's gotta be some way out. I could teleport us.
Nope. No, you can't.
I don't think so.
You can all roll. You can all roll your
That's it.
You can all roll your what is this, investigation, to try and deduce what is happening now.
If I could cry, I could cry. Now that I just lost Morty and I just lost everything. I'm too sad to even care about this.
With that one, absolutely. Treyzoff, you rolled intimidation. I don't think you're intimidating the lady of Pain.
Scare me, Treyzoff. I didn't need two Morty dying.
Yeah, the intimidation was him glaring at Creek. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a 20 for investigation.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Just a cold, malicious glare at Creek. No words.
Oh, that's so funny.
Well, that's how your Vokar, Drazov's and Mid's Vokar disappear. And yes, it seems that you guys really pulled this off now, guys. I must say.
No, we didn't pull anything off.
Let me bring you to suddenly.
Do I still get my scroll of the comment back?
That
What? For what? For what? What are you gonna use it for? What are you gonna do with it?
Your first concern.
Creek, we can't do anything. We've literally been put there's no.
Look.
There's nothing we can do.
Look, I'm sorry, I'm a natural one in real life with my mental threat in a natural one investigation. I'm realizing the severity of this now.
Did you not realize that the thing that killed your character about 2 months ago was probably not the best idea to cast?
Look, that comment is strong.
Did you read that it was 500 feet?
No, I thought it was 50. That's why I was dreaming.
The 50 feet deep. You didn't read the next numbers after 50 feet deep. 500 feet.
No, I thought it was 50. I'm like, 50 feet. That's gonna be easy. I'm gonna avenge 40. No, I did not realize this.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Unbelievable.
Oh
Does
my
anybody
God.
have an in with Chronepsis?
Well,
Oh no.
that is the silver lining that I'm about to throw at you. Is that
Every campaign.
Lucky
Oh, 'cause we
Zero?
Because we met him.
Remember,
Also-
Zero stayed behind. He is the only one among you who is not here because he was not part of that fight. And
Oh my gosh.
let me bring you to where you find yourselves now.
Every campaign have I done.
Oh boy. I have to
So good.
This is definitely a story for the Time Tavern.
It definitely
God.
is, yes. Yes.
This is as bad as the time I summoned a Tarask.
I feel like Creek definitely needs to be kept away from Scrolls of the
Spells.
Comet in all
Yeah.
possible ways,
Didn't you
shapes,
have like
and forms.
Didn't you pick up multiple? Do you have more, Craig?
No, that was my only one. Depending if Legend says I can still use it.
Inside
No,
check.
that's a gunner.
Inside check.
You actually used this scroll, but before the comet could even appear, it has been negated by the overgod that protects this city.
Alright, Creek is being truthful. That's the only one he has on him. He doesn't have any more Scroll of Comments
Okay.
on him.
Um,
Alright, can I use the Scroll of Darkstar now? I'm kidding.
so let me bring the three of you.
I think I'll just cast Ravenous Void in this existing void that where we are for eternity, just so we can just be all destroyed together.
Hey, the silver lining, guys, is as you've realized that the darkness around you starts to take shape, and you gotta zoom in here because your token's gotta be very small in this place.
And the size of this maze. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
You've realized as the darkness takes shape around you that you now find yourselves inside a place, Oblivion. And this place, for you can see by the walls around you, is indeed a maze. Now, I'm gonna take the markers out of Creek's face because you don't have a. Let me take the regeneration away. There you go. Oh. That just made it worse.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very well.
Just to show you how small our tokens are in
Yes.
comparison to the map.
Yes, that is correct. Your tokens are ridiculously small. They're so small I can't even put the token for the Manifest Mind of Drazov in this map. And you find yourselves inside this maze. Now, I guess we can take some time for you guys to absorb this and perhaps perhaps you can tell our audience what the hell you're gonna do here now. I mean, it is said that it's a maze that no one ever gets out of. But if, according to Volkar, as his words just, echo in your mind, well, it is a place where she sent someone, and no one ever got out of, but if you do get out of, she doesn't send you back in again, only if you break her laws again and her rules. And now you're just thinking about Volkar sitting back in the sanctum with his feet up. You think that Cyril didn't come with you. He's still in the mortuary. He's not here. Well, he was not part of that fight anyway. He was staying behind at the orders of your leader, Morty, who, by the way, was lucky enough to disappear right before Creek decided to send all three of you into a maze. Now,
Alright,
guys,
I got a spell for
this is really a maze, I'll give you a tip. It is you can move around here. Each cell is actually 60 feet, so you're looking at a very the tokens are not up to scale. You're looking at a very small version of yourselves compared to this maze.
Okay, and I have an idea.
Hmm.
I have the Vokar's in this place, correct?
Doesn't necessarily need to be the same maze. I mean, if you guys are lucky enough,
Yeah.
maybe he is in the same maze. Who knows?
I would like to use the spell from my part of the rod.
Okay, what is the spell?
Find the path. And
Very
I know
well.
I'm the creek with this Vokar, or the other Vokars from the other timeline. So I would think of my Vokar and try and hope we can find a path to him.
All right.
Above the table, is that a single-use spell? Like, is it like one charge and it doesn't recharge, or is it like one charge and then you get to use it again after a long rest or something?
I gotta wait for a long rest.
Oh, okay, all right.
But I think it'll help us.
Let's read the spell. This spell allows you to find the shortest, most direct physical route to a specific fixed location that you are familiar with on the same plane of existence. If you name a destination on another plane of existence, a destination that moves, such as a mobile fortress, or a destination that isn't specific, such as a green dragon's lair, the spell fails. And that's exactly what happened, Creeks.
Yeah,
You were
said the
not...
word fix, my brain broke.
It is... First of all, there's no direct physical route out of here. You are in an extra dimensional space, and in a maze that is inside an extra dimensional space. You've been put here by an overgod. There is no physical way to get out of here, and you are not in the same plane of existence. You are not in Sigil anymore. You are in, something in between the ridges of reality, where there might be a small chance you guys find a door out of here, a portal or something, but that will take some time and some exploration. I guess you can. I can just sit back now and let you guys explore the map. Have fun.
Well, guys, I don't know what to say.
I can tell you that at this very moment, the player that plays Cyril is extremely happy he missed this session. Because he's been mazed before in a campaign of Planescape. And he fell into this place. And he hates this maze. So he couldn't be happier that he has not been mazed with you guys.
I'm sorry
Mitch
for
just
his
sits
awful
down against the wall and just stares at Creek.
Drezov is gonna give another like menacing glare toward Creek in absolute silence, and then sit down and begin ritual casting to try and summon his familiar.
It fails. As you would expect by an extra dimensional. There's no summoning here. There's no teleportation. There's no transportation spell that will take you out of here.
And I can't bring anything in.
Nothing comes in, nothing goes out.
Okay.
There's another issue as well. You guys are not in the same plane of existence as your phylactery now. And it will take you, about 6 days before you turn into demi-liches? So, the clock's ticking on you guys to save these characters, and most importantly, to save the 3 pieces of the rod that you guys are carrying with you. Because, after all, if you don't get out of here, no one, Vecna 1, and no one is going to ever find the 7 pieces of the rod, because just like it happened with Volkar, it's going to be impossible for someone to come inside this maze. Only the Lady of Pain knows where it is. Now,
Do Midge and Drazov know what spell Creek's part of the rod is infused with?
define the path? Not necessarily,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
Freak. Just playing a sad song, thinking, God, I messed this up. And then thinks, can I, is there anything I can do from my bard knowledge of hearing, like, tales of, like, a minotaur go, like, what is a tip for mazes? Or, like, fairy tales or myths about mazes?
You
How
gotta
about this
play a
place?
song about mazes now, for sure.
A song about mazes.
Yeah.
Man, what is, I don't know off the top of my head. 1 second.
Well, I can tell you, I can tell you in what the song is playing in Midge's and Drazov's head right now is.
I think I know what to sing for you guys. I got just a song for you guys. Look at Dre's off the midge saying, "We'll need that wind walk, but here's a tune I think to get us going."
Can you hear the song, Creek?
I cannot.
That is playing in Midge's head? No?
Is it silence?
It's in row 20. Midge, Drazov, can you hear?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Why oh why oh why oh why oh why oh why oh why why.
I can't hear this.
Is this the same artist as the treasure? Is this the treasure goblin singing to us?
No. That's just the eternal song that plays in this place.
Okay.
I'll repeat.
Oh, now I hear it. That's actually pretty cool.
Gosh, Midge is so close to just casting Windwalk on just Dracoff and her and leaving Creek.
Creek's got the best song to play while in a maze. Here you go, guys. After that YOY song ends. Actually, I got this.
Very well. Go ahead, Creek.
Creek will play out his guitar and says, "Well, guys, I got us into this. I think it's time we can get out of this." And what he'll play is he'll just start bringing his guitar out and goes like, "Now," and then he just starts singing this song. "Road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my liches. I
Midge
can't wait to
walks
get
up
out
to
of the
him.
maze again."
And just
Drazov
rips
uses psychic
Midge
whispers
just
on him.
rips the guitar out of his hand and says, "Nope."
The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout.
Your
Down
son.
came the comet.
Midge
Well, you've got to make a
casts
DC 16
infestation.
intelligence
Midge
save.
casts infestation into Creek's mouth.
Creek sprays bugs on Mitch's face like it's bug breath.
Also, Creek, you are you've got to make a DC 16 intelligence save
Ooh.
because Drazov used psychic whisper on you.
Psychic whisper. Nice.
Yeah, here I'll put it in. Oh, I accidentally cast it again. That's not what I was trying to do. No. Yeah,
You want to
Well, I
cast
failed it, so
that?
I'm
That's
stunned.
Tasha's
yeah.
for
Yeah.
Psychic Whisper.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that put that in there. That is not what I was
All right.
trying to put. Yeah, that one gets weird for some reason with roll 20. But yeah, you are stunned for 1 minute.
As you just hear the itsy bitsy.
No, that's a big stun.
Yeah.
Ow.
And then Midge turns around,
Well, that works.
and she's gonna cast Polymorph on Creek, and turn him into a little bug and put him in her pocket.
Which Creek resists that? He just stands at you, looking at you.
As
Stunned
your,
with his mouth
as
spinning.
your, doesn't he have disadvantage on that?
Not
Stun?
wisdom. No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Immediately devolved into magic bear.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, is that the end of every turn I have to do Psychic Whisper?
I think so. Let's see if I can look at that without. Yeah, at the end of each of your turns, you get to make the intelligence saving throw again to see if you can get out of it.
Alright. Let's see. No. Oh, yeah.
17 will
got out.
pass. Yeah.
I got out of it.
Very well. Doesn't take long for Creek to get out of it. After all, he's a lich. And now you guys gotta find a way out of here. I mean, we can do another 6 sessions of you guys lost in this labyrinth.
I know. That's why I'm just sitting here, because like I don't know.
I have an idea. We split up, and we go in gaseous form, like we always do.
I think that maybe we should not follow any more of your ideas today. They have not steered us well. First, you had us convinced that the useless little skull was a powerful lich, and he was turned to dust with the trivium spell, and then you tried to get us all destroyed, and instead you got us all put in a maze forever. So maybe less ideas from you.
We never got to see his true power. Didn't you want to see it, Drazolf?
Midge turns around and walks right up to Creek.
He was full of shit. He was a fraud. Stop.
I think in hindsight that we did see his full power, and his full power was being reduced to a pile of dust.
Well, he convinced me. He's quite the smooth talker, if he couldn't do anything else.
Yes, he was very convincing, but again, not so helpful.
And you said you snapped my guitar, right, Midge?
No, I just grabbed it out of your hand. I didn't destroy it.
I was ready to cast Mending on it, that's why.
No. She just ripped it. She just grabbed it from you.
Oh, well, now you have a guitar with 3 signatures on it.
Now, Creek, a moment ago, what was that you were trying to do with your rod piece? That is not a euphemism. I am asking. Genuine.
Well, I have the rod that can... Apparently, I could find a fixed location. I didn't think Vokar... I thought Vokar was a fixed place. I heard that Vokar got sent here, so perhaps it would have led us to Vokar. But, I guess I don't know magic.
Again, I am thinking that maybe we should not be following your plans anymore. Perhaps we should take a moment in nearby but very, very separate rooms and have ourselves a bit of a rest, recover some spells, and then try again, but maybe this time you could try to find us a way out of the maze. Could find an exit. rather than a person, which is not a fixed point in space. Because a person is never a fixed point in space. They move around.
Drazov, roll an Arcana check.
22.
Okay, Drazov, you would know that find a path is not going to work, not because it's that he's targeting a person. You know it's not going to work because you're not in the same plane of existence.
Right, but I'm not trying to find... what I'm trying to find is an exit from this maze, which I would assume has to be on this plane of existence. Wouldn't it?
Yeah, an exit, if there is one, would be in this
what I'm
plane of
saying.
existence.
We have to have knowledge of it. We don't know
Yeah.
where the exit is.
You don't know what it is.
Okay. Okay. Well, then never mind.
So
That's what I get for trying to be clever.
Midge, like what she was gonna do before, just sits down against the wall. I would say for the first time in Midge's existence, even when she was banished to the abyss, Midge feels a sense of hopelessness that I don't think she's ever felt before.
Now, an interesting question would come up to your mind, Midge, would be, what happened when this body perishes? I mean, you are a lich. Once this physical form goes, your phylacter would create a new one. That is, of course, if you
But
still
we're
have a
not on the same
phylactery.
plane of existence. Yeah. Right?
Well, you're not in
It
the
only
same.
works if
You are not in the same plane of existence. You're right about that. Yes.
yeah, so our phylactery will only recreate us if we're on the same plane of existence when we perish. Am I correct in that?
I mean,
Let's read that
was-
rejuvenation wording.
body on the same plane of existence as his phylactery when he got nuked by the comet the first time?
He was not.
We were in Eberron.
Yeah. I mean, you're in the material plane, but not in the same plane of existence. Now,
If it has a phylactery destroyed Lich.
a destroy
but
lich gains a
we-
new body within 1d10 days, regaining all its hit points and becoming active again. The new body appears within 5 feet of its phylactery. I think you're confusing this with the soul sacrifices, which allows you to feed a phylactery, but you need to be in the same plane of existence as your phylactery in order to
Yeah.
feed it.
But we won't be able to feed our phylacteries here either.
Yes.
But we
So
could
what
destroy these bodies and then in that time
I mean,
do the phylacteries need to be fed
Yeah,
while we're
what
regenerating?
Yeah.
what happens
so
what happens if we don't
So the question you should in your minds would be, if you get destroyed while you are in here, before your phylacteries go fully exhausted out of hunger and you are turned into a demi-lich, if you're destroyed while you're here, say immediately, would you be reborn in near your phylactery? Because, well, that's how rejuvenation works, right?
There's a
Can
problem
Mitch-
with
can
that,
Mitch-
though. We have rods of the parts with us. We can't just
Exactly.
kill ourselves.
Your bodies would
Yeah.
be regenerated, but the three pieces of the
rods-
rod would stay here.
stuck there?
So your problems as a lich is not take your physical body out of this, because you don't give a damn about your physical body. You just get another one. Your problem as a lich is to get out of here with the rod.
Yeah.
Only thing I can think of, just given our time, and this is as a player, is that wind walk spell. Because don't you go 500 feet a turn with that?
Yeah.
And it lasts for like I don't know how many hours, but like if we
Eight hours.
split up going 500 feet a turn, because it's like what 60 foot.
Oh,
a square?
300 feet.
Oh,
300.
and you said each square is 60 foot, Legend.
Yeah, each square is 60 foot. In fact, let me do this. Let me give you guys a map token to give you the right proportion of your characters. A map pin token, because it's giving the impression that the three of you are actually bigger than you are. So
And we could
there
probably
you go.
dash to get
So
600 feet.
oh yes, and I also need to give you vision when I also need to give you vision when I give you the token. Yes, of course. Let me give you all vision there, and there you go.
Realistically,
And that's your 120 foot vision that all three of you get. So now you have a pretty good idea of yours. So this is you. You are in that 60 foot square there. This place is huge and it's very dark. But before you couldn't see in the darkness, and now you can see the shapes of the walls. Each square here is 60 foot. So
what if we did that? Speaking as a player, we could dash, so every turn we get 600 feet, and we could just cover ground for 8 hours.
How many times per long rest can you cast Windwalk Mage?
It's an 8th level spell.
No, it can't be that high. It's probably like 5th or 6th.
Oh no, it's 6th level. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 spell slots above available from 6th level or higher.
That you still haven't burned? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then yeah, I think that's that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah,
That's
we could
40,
cover 8
48.
hours.
That's 48 hours that Midge can.
Yeah. And
I
we could
can't
cover
zoom
10
in
square
anymore in Roll20. I'm looking at the map.
Oh no, I'm completely
I'm
We're all completely,
250% zoomed in.
Yep, all of us are.
The
Yeah.
real question is, do we want to all go together 10 squares at a time or separate?
We have no way of communicating. So if we
Yeah.
separate,
I can
we get
communicate
lost.
telepathically. So like as long as, but the range on that is only 60 feet. I've only got 60 feet of telepathy,
Yeah, so
and it
we
is
have to
one-way
stay
communication. But yes, as long as we
We
stick
have to.
together, I can help coordinate to a
Alright.
point.
That's not bad then. We're still pretty fast, even if we're all moving together. Because
Well,
a turn.
if any of you still have wish, you can wish cast a telepathic bond.
Oh, that's true.
I've
I
never
wish-
had. I don't
I
have.
need a.
I can't
I don't have
cast
the wish spell.
anymore.
I've got wish, and I can have 2 9th level slots, but I've burned both of them already. So I would need a long rest first.
Oh, all right. I mean, no better place for you guys to take a long rest than here. Or
Yeah,
you can
I
just,
mean,
or you can just.
Midge doesn't have a wish right now, but yeah, after a long rest, she can have it.
After a long rest, you're also going to be 1 point of exhaustion closer to your phylactery. Will be hungry for not exhaustion as in the game, but lich exhaustion,
Well,
lichdom exhaustion
for a-
from lack of
For a
souls.
lich, a long rest is only what, 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
How long has it been since we were last at our phylacteries?
Well, I would say give or take 12 hours. So you still have
okay,
another
so 4
12
hours
hours.
is-
Yeah, 4 hours. You won't get a point of exhaustion in 4 hours. That's right. Okay, so you guys can, if you want, we can fast forward into the future when you already took your long rest, and you can apply a long rest to your character sheets. As you just spent 4 hours here reflecting on your life choices. Well, two of you are reflecting
on Creek's life choices.
Well, you're reflecting on your life choices of associating yourself to Creek, and Creek is thinking about his own life choices of buying that scroll and decided to use it and forgetting the size of the comment.
Oh man, I am now I wish I had Landrew up by me to remind me.
Do I need to pick up Wish, or are we okay without it?
I'm fine casting it. Like I said, I've got another.
Actually, no. Mage doesn't have Wish.
You don't have
Okay,
Wish. You were a
never
druid,
mind.
Midge.
That's true.
That's a wizard spell.
Yeah.
And sorcerers, I think.
now.
Sorcerers and bards can cast as well. All right, so the three of you had some time to cool off, and now you gotta figure out the only way forward with the rods is if you figure out a way out here, because you are on a ticking clock, and the longer you take to feed your phylactery, the more this body is going to be useless to you in terms of your soul hunger exhaustion. Also, if you assuming you disintegrate yourself, it might still take another 10 days for you to reappear close to your phylactery. So you might want to think that the sooner you destroy this body, the sooner you appear close to your phylactery. So you really don't want to spend those 6 days here. Now that said, you are in an extra dimensional space, so you have no idea how time passes here in comparison to the plane where your phylacteries respectively are, which, by the way, I don't think it's in the same plane for any of you three. Yes, your phylacteries are in three different planes, so time may pass relatively different for each one of you, depending on your phylactery. 1 hour here may be 1 year outside. You don't know it. So after taking this long rest, you start to realize that if you were in a place like the Feywild now, on an extra dimensional place, you would be here for a few hours and days would have passed in the material plane. So you might not have as much time as you think you do. 6 days here don't necessarily correspond 6 days in the plane of existence where your phylacteries are. So time is of the essence, and you guys gotta find a way out of here or destroy yourselves before it's too late.
But we can't destroy ourselves because the rods won't go with us. So that's not even an option.
Well, the rods won't go with you, but it's better for you to destroy yourself than becoming a demi-lich by the time you open your eyes again, right?
Yeah.
So it's like plan A is find a way out of here. Plan B is, if you don't find a way out of here, destroy these bodies so that you can rejuvenate close to your phylactery. Because you really don't know how long it's going to pass while you are looking for an exit out of here.
So plan B is basically we destroy these bodies and then we have to go and start. Oh no, because even then, like, because even if we get all the other parts of the rod that are still out there, there's still going to be one trapped in one of these mazes.
That is correct. That is correct. So now
game over if we don't get out of here.
Now the good news is
destroyed is the same as Vokar's, so we have to go after the purple ones.
Oh no! You're still gonna have 7 pieces, but of different rods. You're just gonna have to find a way to make the 7 pieces of different rods work.
I don't want to play this game anymore. I'm done.
I believe in us.
Yeah, because we'd have to. Oh wow, that's
So these here are, let me put them in yellow. These here are the 3 pieces of the rod that are
Yep.
inside the maze right now, as well as the one that is with Volkar there. So, so yeah, you can still make a full rod, although you've realized that the pieces of different rods don't necessarily go together. Unless you have someone really powerful to help you put them together. But anyway, your other
Hey,
hope.
that lady of pain. She seems pretty powerful. Maybe she can help us.
Oh, and she is a mortal enemy of Vecna. So
I know. I mentioned that a couple sessions ago, and it was completely ignored.
so that is there is a chance here. She probably doesn't know your intentions. There is a
I think she made it pretty clear she's not interested in our intentions.
well, yeah. If you try to destroy her city, you are screwed. But perhaps there is a way to negotiate. So you guys can brute force trying to find a way out of here before you turn into demi-liches. You can rely on Cyril, who is outside. Hey, maybe he'll talk to Chronapsis and he'll make a little bit more time shenanigan in here. Or maybe
I think that's our best bet, but we have no way of contacting Cyril though.
yeah.
Does Cyril know what happened to us?
Well, I'm assuming he's gonna watch this episode before next
No.
session, so he can catch
I
up.
hope he does.
No, I'm talking about
Yeah.
Cyril. A little TV pops up in front of Cyril at the mortuary.
Well,
Let's watch an instant replay.
Cyril, back in the mortuary. Cyril's probably just wondering, what the hell did those guys went? They were here a second ago. And he's just probably hiding from the Death Knight that is outside. Like Morty told him to do. Oh, and plan 3 is perhaps there's a way to bargain with the Lady of Pain. If you destroy Vecna, you'll be doing her a favor. After all, Vecna is trying to replace
I
every
mentioned
single...
this, like 2 sessions ago, and
I
nobody
know,
said anything.
and it was never more of an imminent plan and priority for you to do that than when you are inside her maze. So, hey.
Well, is there a way to contact her from inside the maze? Like, is there an intercom around
Yes.
here somewhere? We can just,
Yes.
call her up.
Hold on.
I have
Hold
no
on.
idea. I mean, I personally, I never been in one of the Lady of Pain's maze myself.
Okay.
If I probably wouldn't have got out if I was. I would
Hold
say,
on.
I guess you guys
Nick
gotta
has an
try
idea.
different things. You
Mick
gotta,
has an idea.
yeah.
Yes. Midge's rod gives commune. You contact a deity or a divine proxy and ask up to 3 questions. I
All
can
right,
contact the Lady of
Midge.
Pain
Very well.
with commune with my piece of the rod.
Very well. So that piece of the rod is quite special, Midge.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can cast the one spell that can make you communicate with her. Well,
Yep.
ask her 3 questions.
Yes.
So, Midge?
Midge will cast commune.
Is she gonna tell us what she's doing with that?
Are you telling them, Midge? What are you doing?
Oh,
That'll be,
absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Mitch will say, I don't feel like doing the voice right now. We're just gonna move things along because that she
Fair
has
enough.
her pieces of the rod allows her to cast commune, and we'll give her an opportunity to speak to the Lady of Pain.
Yes. I am on board. I mean, there is not much more she can do to us, right? If she doesn't like your question, wait. On second thought, maybe keep my name out of it.
That's fine.
Very well.
All right, 3 questions.
All right, let's go, Midge. 3
And
questions.
Drazov is just gonna take a little step away from Mitch
Okay.
as she's asking.
Question number. So Midge is.
Lady of Pain, this is Midge Timberkin. You just banished my friends and I into one of your mazes. We did not get a chance to explain our purpose and mission.
And Midge, these are 3 questions. So I'm gonna take the end of your sentence as your first question, and in your mind, a symbol appears, a glyph, and it's an ancient glyph. What languages do you speak, Midge?
Abyssal, Common, Druidic, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Oh, roll an Arcana check
Okay.
to understand the symbol.
$17.
Midge, you see that is an ancient celestial symbol, but because it's a very simple symbol, you remember that it means yes. It just, you don't see her, you don't see anything. All you see is this glyph that appears in your mind's eyes, and as a symbol, and you try to focus on it, and it seems the spell and the lady or whoever is replying to you with the symbol already understood, because it doesn't necessarily need to be her, it can be a proxy. Whoever is replying to you reply to you with a symbol that means yes in an ancient in an ancient celestial dialect.
Okay. So question number 2.
We are trying to stop Vecna. Do you support that cause?
The same symbol appears in your head.
Third and final question.
We can't stop Vecna in this maze. Will you release us?
Roll the best persuasion of your life, Midge.
I have a -1 charisma. Can I guidance myself?
Sure.
On the road again.
All right. Persuasion?
Yeah.
Why is it not popping up? God.
I give you my inspiration.
Okay. All right. One of those was a nat 20. Come on! Come on! You're killing me!
I also have inspiration if you need it.
So
Will you let that second one? Will you let that second one go through, Legend?
So the only reason why you're appearing the second one is for what we discussed earlier, which is you're not rolling this with advantage. It's only the rolls on the left that count. So
Okay.
because you've put the automatic advantage there. But yeah, you just ignore the right side, or it's going to be more painful.
It's a 14. No, it's a 6.
It's a 6.
A 10. A 10.
And a 10 with the 4 on guidance. And
I can get lucky on this, can I? Dang.
mean, it is
well,
what it is.
it's still
I did-
2014. You can't add luck, but if Midge has luck, she can add to this.
Midge does not
Wait.
have luck. No.
Was that the one from my advantage? Or my inspiration? Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
So Midge, you've a different symbol appears in your head, and roll an Arcana to see if you identify. Midge, you were not completely sure what this means, but you think it means unclear.
Yeah. That's all I can do.
It's not a no, it's not a yes. You think it means unclear.
So I can't cast this again, guys, until the next day.
Well,
Till the next day or the next long rest?
It's an item, so it's not based on long rest. And it's till the next day or until the next dawn.
No, it says if you cast the spell 2 or more times before finishing your next long rest, there's a cumulative 25% chance.
No, I'm asking about the rod. Because you can cast a spell, the rod has one. The fragment of the rod has one charge.
Oh, I don't see. Oh, I look in inventory. Sorry, I was looking at the spell.
All right. So you can cast the spell out of the rod, and it recharges at dawn, or it
And
recharges.
there's no dawn in the maze.
Exactly. It can't be used again until the next dawn. So you can't
And there's
use
no
this
dawn in
prop.
the maze.
There's no
Yeah.
dawn in the maze. So you can't cast it again, but Drazov could wish cast commune if you guys want to ask more questions.
That's up to Drazov.
That is it's a standard use of wish, so you're not risking anything. It's a 5th level spell. You're just spending your 9th level spell slot.
I'm assuming that Midge relayed what she.
Yeah, just to move the story along. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Relays the answer she received, the unclear
Gotcha. Okay.
response. Yeah, I relay all of that to you. Yeah.
Before you commune, can I bardic inspiration Drazov just in case?
Sure. But
And
what
Midge
is the
will
song you're
Midge
gonna
will
play
cast-
now about Maze that will help?
Midge will cast guidance as well. So you have guidance now also.
Well, Midge has my guitar, so I'm just gonna say a quick excerpt. I'm
No,
gonna
she
look at
gave it back.
Drazov.
She gave it back to you. She gave it back to you.
Oh, well, I didn't get a song prepared, so I got an excerpt. I'll just say to him, Drazov, remember the last Lich who quit? Exactly, you don't. You, Midge, and I will get out of this maze. Because who doesn't quit? Exactly, we don't. We already got the 5 pieces of the rods. You know who else doesn't? That's right, only us.
And Drazov, while he's asking you, remember the last Lich that quit? The first one that comes to your mind is Mr. Sunfall.
Yeah. that was nonsense. I mean, just off the top of my head, I mean, Mr. Sunfall was totally decimated by mere words. Didn't even have to really fight him.
Look, we're not using logic here, we're using emotions. Your raw emotions are gonna skid us out. But please use your logic, because I'm sure that'll get us out.
Yes, but I always do. So, now, if you will excuse me, I have a wish to cast. I wish.
You don't.
Commune?
If you cast like that, if you cast like I wish and a statement, then you're gonna have to roll the dice. If you just wish cast
Oh.
commune, as a standard,
Okay, so
as a standard,
okay, yeah.
as a standard use of Wishcast, you don't have to declare. You just
Okay,
use
my bad.
commune.
Then yeah, he wish casts commune and communes with the Lady of Pain.
Very well. And because you are not the same person casting, you don't suffer the 25% chance of this failing. And what are the 3 questions you want to ask the Lady of Pain?
Great Lady of Pain. Would you like Vecna destroyed?
And a symbol appears in your mind, Razov, either by the Lady of Pain or you speak Celestial, so to you, you don't have to roll the Arcana. And the symbol is an old dialect of Celestial. It means yes. So someone seems to be communicating back at you in glyphs, and the only thing you see is the glowing glyph that appears in your mind's eyes. That means yes.
Will you let us out if we can help in that goal?
Roll persuasion.
Oh, yeah.
And you have the D4 and the D12 to help, so best of luck.
Okay, that's not great. That's an 8 plus a D4 and a D12. Okay.
19.
So 19. Very well. You receive another symbol in your mind that means unclear.
And just to be clear, I'm relaying the responses that I'm getting to Midge and Creek as I get them telepathically.
I mean, either you're talking to her or you're talking to her secretary, so the secretary might not know the answer. Or it could be the case that the way you're phrasing your question is giving you an unclear, is giving unclear as a response.
We have the means to defeat Vecna. Will you show us a way out of this maze?
And do you have the means to defeat Vecna? Right now, you're missing a few pieces of your rod.
Yeah, I mean, basically.
So, should I call that a deception? An attempt deception on an overgod? Or should I call that a persuasion? Because you're stretching the truth here a little bit.
I mean, am I though? Can I attempt deception on the GM?
A deception. Well, you are stretching the truth exactly 2 fragments of 7 of the rod.
But the meaning of it is that if we get out, we can do the thing, because we can get the thing to do the thing. But we can't do that if we're trapped.
Well, you would have to convince her that 1, you have the means, 2, you are capable of doing it. Now,
over the table, let me put this to the group. I've got a +8 in deception, +2 in persuasion. I'm thinking deception.
Yeah, it's our best bet.
If we lie to that overgod, you better roll so high. I don't think we can lie to an overgod.
I don't have inspiration anymore, and I'm guessing that using the things on the previous persuasion that burned those, or are they still in effect?
I mean, I can cast guidance again.
Well, technically, if you didn't pass, you still keep your inspiration.
He didn't pass.
Mike.
So he still has the inspiration, and Midge can cast guidance again. the thing is, Drazov, because of your high knowledge of Arcana, you would know that there are some Celestials out there that they can tell if they are hearing a lie. So you don't know whoever is replying to you in Celestial, if that person has the same ability, but I mean, it's safe to say that an overgod is not a creature that is easy to be lied to.
Okay, so probably best to go with persuasion and have it be that he's just speaking imprecisely rather than deliberately and like trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't have Creek's level deception, go with persuasion.
Yeah. Again, I've only got a +8 in deception. All right. Let's. Oh, wow. Okay, that's 13 plus
D4 and a D12.
4.
Nice. Another 4, very well.
Oh!
Wow! And another 12. Okay. I mean, you didn't crit on a D20, but you did on the other two. All right. So that's 16. That's a 29.
Is that high enough?
Repeat the question. Repeat the question. Will you show us a way out of here?
Yeah. It's that we have the means to defeat Vecna. Or we have a way to defeat. I think I said means. Wait, whatever. To defeat Vecna, if you show us a way out of here, or will you show us a way out of here? I think.
Okay.
More or less.
Very well.
Or a way out of this maze was the way I phrased it. Not just out of here.
Drazov, no glyph appears in your mind, and instead, as you open your eyes back to the present, and you look in front of you, Creek, and Midge, all three of you see a will-o-wisp floating in front of you. Now, the will-o-wisps glow in the same yellowish color that the glyphs had when they appeared in your mind.
Follow that ball!
Yes. I got her. Let's just go follow our good fortune.
Should we increase our walk speed?
I'm thinking so. Yeah. Midge, would you mind casting the wind walk?
Midge will cast. Look at everyone,
All right, stick together.
and she will cast Windwalk.
And I guess we follow the wisp as quickly as possible.
Very well. The moment you get less than 20 feet from the will-o-wisp, the creature starts to move, and as it starts to move, you start to follow around the labyrinth. And let me show you.
Oh my.
Let me show you the path that you gotta do. Because I think I'm coming all the way from the top now. Oh boy. And there you as you can see, there is a long way that will lead you. This will lead you all the way. Yeah, the will-o-wisp heads south.
Okay.
And
Wait, what?
Yeah, the will-o-wisp goes out of this door, and then he heads south. So
Are we doing this by like turns or?
yes, no, you can just move. Move your tokens. I'm gonna guide you there. All you gotta do is follow the will-o-wisp, which should be
Wait.
this blue line that you can see in front of you.
Oh, okay. I misinterpreted that line.
Wait. Oh, there we go.
Very well.
Wait, my character.
So this is the path. All right, I can see. Creek is very fast in follow the will-o-wisp. Midge, very well. And Drazov, did you manage to find yours?
But
Did you get lost?
oh, I see. He's under one of the numbers. There you go. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Okay, I'm caught up.
Very well. Very well. Well, you start following the will-o-wisp, and as you can see, the place you just keep running and running and running and after it, and it now heads towards where does it head towards? He heads towards yeah, he heads towards here.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Can you see? Yep. That is all the pathway the will-o-wisp is doing with you, and it's just mind-numbing to all of you as you are following, and you just made so many turns. Not even your lich mind can keep track of all of this. And finally, let me give you the last stretch, I guess we could call this.
There we go. Sorry, I'm catching up. Just
Oh yes.
keep losing him under the numbers, and then I gotta zoom in to grab him. It's the whole thing. Okay, there we go.
Very well. And now, from where Midge is, you guys pass through tiles that have numbers on the floor, and have. Oops, let me remove that. I passed. Was in this curve here. Here.
That's it.
That's it. As you stand in this place, roll a perception check as the will-o-wisp crosses through this edge and into the wall and disappear. But the wall is closed in front of you.
I'm using a luck point to reroll that, and I'm not risking this.
Very well.
Midge rolled a 26, so
Excellent.
I'm using a second
Midge,
luck point.
you look and the wall is... You can barely see a very thin line going all the way up until you lose sight in the darkness of this obsidian wall that is almost as reflective as mirror and is connected to the other ones. But you see a little almost, hair thin dent in between this wall that is closed, and the will-o-wisp
We
did
can
pass
fit through it.
through it.
so can we.
Yeah, so how do you want to do it? You want to pass as a gas?
Yeah, I want to pass gas.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Very well. And as you do so, darkness surrounds you once more. And just like very few creatures will have ever the pleasure to say, you all find yourself back in the streets of Sigil. Let me put right right outside the mortuary, right there. Let me make you guys a little bit bigger.
That's me burning all my luck points, just to let you know that.
And Midge passes through. Very well. You all pass through with in your wind form. That was pretty much you didn't know how to open that door, and you squeeze through in your wind form, and you realize you passed through a portal, and here you are back outside the mortuary in Sigil with the grace of the Lady of Pain. And by her grace, or her secretary's grace, I guess you never know, you are now looking at the same buildings you thought to infiltrate. Now, on that note, you have no idea how much time has passed. But it dawns upon you as you reach the outside that your phylactery is pulling back. Now, because each one of your phylacteries is in a different plane of existence, I'm going to give you guys a roll of a d6 to determine how many days have passed for your phylactery. And on a 6, unfortunately, your body just crumbles to dust. And so, at least, the piece of the rod will stay there on the ground. So go ahead. Each one of you roll a d6 and...
D6?
Yes.
4.
Midge, yes, your hunger is 4. Drazov, your hunger is 4, so you can add as if it was exhaustion. You can add 4 points of exhaustion to you, 4 points of exhaustion to Midge, 2 points of exhaustion to Creek. As this is the only type of exhaustion liches get, is the exhaustion from not feeding their phylacteries. And you realize that you gotta do something about that because all 3 of you are extremely exhausted. You have no idea how many time has passed in Sigil since you left, or where Cyril might be, but you would assume probably in the Sanctum. In any case, the hunger is strong, you're getting weaker, and you're getting very close to become a demi-lich. And on that note...
If only there was a place nearby that had a bunch of souls that we could just easily trap.
I know,
Oh, no.
I know, but there is a problem. The souls here are not in the same plane of existence as your phylactery, so you can't feed your phylactery with the souls
that's
here.
Right, okay.
Same problem you had in the maze.
So we need to make it back over to the Sanctum then, and...
Yeah, you need to get back to your lairs to feed your phylacteries, and or to the same plane of existence, which we know Midge is in the Abyss, Creek somewhere in the Feywild Creek,
Yeah.
and Drazov, I guess, somewhere in the material plane.
undisclosed.
Undisclosed. Very well. And on that note, I will, with you guys out of the maze. By the way, few creatures can ever tell that they've left the maze. So congratulations for managed to find a way out. And even if you tell anyone, no one is ever going to believe the layer of put you in the maze and you left. So. I guess that's going to be one of the.
If we go to the Time Tavern, we're just going to be called liars.
Most likely, yeah. But you can go to the Time Tavern, of course. All right, guys. So, for those of you who are watching, if you like what you're seeing, this full of shenanigans story, please subscribe. There's much more coming in the future, and you get a notification when we are live and when more is coming. And we have another session tomorrow where these 3 players play Gods versus Eldritch Horrors as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this session, and I'll see you guys next time.